Welcome to Seat Time, everybody, the off-road show that brings you all the results, news, and online shenanigans that make being online a good time. We'd like to say thank you to Fly Racing for their support of Seat Time. Please go check them out at flyracing.com. Welcome to Seat Time, everybody. This is episode 197. I am your host, Brian Pierce, for this fine evening, and co-host, holding down the couch, looking sexier than ever, is Mr. Todd Slavik.
What
Mr.
up?
Todd Slavik, you're the cowboy.
Yes, I am.
You do it for the fans.
I'm the original.
The original. I like that.
No, Howerton was the original. I'm like the second
Did you
one.
need this for your beer?
Yes.
All right. So if you guys who do not know, this is Seat Time. This is the online show for the off-road enthusiasts. We beer drink and bench race our way through, well, kind of whatever we want to talk about for a good about an hour as we beer drink in the off-road world. What's going to be fun tonight is we're going to delve a little bit, though, into the Supercross-y kind of motocross world. We're fans, of course, right? Of
And
that.
it is this weekend.
And it is this weekend.
Dallas.
Yeah, and so why we wanted to do that is it's not only is Todd Slavik a great friend, he's only been on the show once. We're finding this out. This is only his second time. We were like, well, we need to have you on again. Dallas Supercross is coming up. You're a big fan of things that go on in Texas. I'm a fan of Supercross that goes on in Texas. So, hey, we're going to talk about that a little bit. So, Guy Cooper's going to be coming on later on in the show. We're going to talk about that. We're going to do with Kyle Peters and then his mechanic, Kyle, say it.
Frosh.
I knew I'd
Kyle
say
and
that.
Kyle show.
The Kyles.
Yes.
There's probably going to be a
Kyle
t-shirt
times two.
afterwards that have like two little heads. It'll be like the Kyles.
Oh, I know.
It could be fun.
I'd hate to know what goes into that house of theirs.
Probably
We're
too
soon
many
going to
good
find
times.
out.
Probably, yeah, I think we're
Yeah.
You're like, why don't you have pants on? Oh, well, it's Tuesday. That's why.
The only thing Kyle got something, he's like, oh, he likes to kiss guys. No, it's far from
I
it.
don't like to kiss.
No.
It happened in college. It was 2 nights because the first night I wasn't sure if I didn't like it, so it happened again. I don't.
What's funny is you
Never again.
can get guys to do it, and they're like, and they, they just freak out. You're like, well, you did it, not me.
Yeah, you're like, come on now, come on. So, Seat Time, brought to you by the fine folks over at Fly Racing. You can check out Fly Racing, flyracing.com. It's a great way to go to their website, check out and see the wares that they have that you can take advantage of. But as we like to say on the show, go to your local dealer, check out the Fly Racing stuff, because supporting your local dealer is the best way to keep it in the sport. Buying online is great. It's an easy convenience, and sometimes you're going to get better deals. But honestly, the $10 you might save is going to help your local dealer way longer.
Plus, if you have any problems with it, man, they'll take care of it.
That's
That's
perfect.
It.
That's a
Man,
great
that's
example.
exactly it, man. If you have any problem with your buckles or anything wrong with your gear, man, they've got the connections. They know their reps at the distributors, and they'll send it back. They'll get it taken care of, and you don't have to, mess with it.
You don't mess with it. They just get you new stuff.
No, I'm
so
with
it's
you.
the
I'm with
same
you
way
on
with
that.
all the KENDA stuff. So KENDAtire.com. Go there, learn about the KENDA tires. We've got to see Daniel Milner do fantastic this past weekend,
Unreal.
winning the full gas sprint enduro on his KENDA tires. We'll figure out which one he was running, so that way you guys will know in some of those sandier conditions which one you should be running. Millville 2 seems to be a good choice. Washougal 2 I enjoy. But we don't have as much sand as they would have on some of those East Coast races.
Right.
We've got some sand, but nowhere near what they do. So definitely KENDAtire.com to check those guys out. Appreciate their support. And, of course, SRT Off-Road is easy enough, srtoffroad.com. Not only do they support over 40 guys, privateer riders, within the off-road community, but they also make all kinds of wares for your motorcycle. Best thing to do is get some bash guards, things for underneath your bike. Of course, you need to get a shark fin so you don't tear up, your rear rotor, as we have done at TKOs and other hard enduros and the like. One thing that I need to replace, and I'm going to have to call Craig and see if I can get something on order, is a chain guide. Because I tore mine up when we went and rode.
You did.
Way back in January 2nd, since my bike's still dirty from that weekend.
Yeah.
I haven't ordered the part yet. Lo and behold.
I am running one of their pipes.
See?
I'll tell you what, it has lasted probably longer than anything else I put on there.
And that says a lot, because Todd Slavik does not... we'll show you a picture later on when we have Guy Cooper on of Guy Cooper crashing at Texas Stadium. Well, it's too bad we don't have the pictures of Todd Slavik crashing at Texas Stadium.
Todd Slavik doesn't crash.
Todd Slavik lays it down gracefully.
Yeah, very, very easy.
Yeah, Todd Slavik just decided to walk away from the motorcycle. That's not considered a crash, is it?
We step out of it.
Yeah, we just step out of it. So, of course, we are archived on the site. Seattime.co is where you can catch all of the videos that we post, all of the episodes that go on, and all those kinds of archives. You can, if you want to do audio only, find us on Stitcher and iTunes. Just search for Seat Time. 2 words, of course. We do have a chat room. You can jump in. tlk.io/seat time is a way to chat with some of the guests that we're going to have on, or if you just want to make fun of Todd's facial hair. Mine gets made fun of every weekend, so I know that's going to happen.
Hey, at least I have hair. That's all that matters.
That's true. Some people are like, "Oh, I'm gray." It's like, but you have hair to be gray with. So that's winning. And then, of course, as we mentioned, we're super excited about Dallas Supercross this weekend. So that's kind of like the house cleaning side of stuff. So let's get to the Dirt Buzz. Of course, dirtbuzz.com is a great resource for if you're looking for that Monday buzz, what happened in the weekend, what kind of racing's been going on. So we always check that out, pull a lot of the buzz that's been going on. Full Gas Sprint Enduro kicked off this weekend. Have you had a chance to ride any Sprint Enduros?
No, but I've been winning practice quite a bit.
Yeah,
nice. I won several.
Fast old man.
Matter of fact, I won practice this last weekend at the Toro. So.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So you went to the Patriot Park when they were having there on Saturday?
Yeah, sure did.
Okay, just Saturday though.
Yeah, just Saturday.
Just practice. All right, it was good.
I'm gonna be nice about this, but
Go on.
you go out there and you have to appreciate them giving up the land to ride.
Right.
Kind of disappointed that the trail was kind of the same in reverse, but by day's end,
it didn't matter.
yeah, I kind of stuck my foot in my mouth. It was good.
Right.
Yeah, it was good.
Nice. All right. Well, good. I'm glad you had fun. So,
I did.
Full Gas Sprint Enduro, we have yet to make one. I was supposed to be at the race this past weekend, but just too much family stuff going on, too much money involved with traveling, all that kinds of jazz. Didn't happen. So, but we saw Daniel Milner get the win there, Thad Duvall get second, and Josh Strang get third. Really cool to see Daniel Milner coming out strong. I mean, he excels at this kind of racing, though. It's what he's done really good at, winning the Australian 4-day sprint enduro so many years in a row. Obviously doing great at the ISDE, where he has been the overall winner before, going head-to-head with Sipes this past year, 2015. So it makes sense that he's going to be one of the guys that would overall this thing.
You know, it's weird. I mean, you look at the field, and it's a toss-up. I mean, it really... Damn, who's going to win this weekend?
And it's crazy that they're so, like we've seen it, the National Enduro started and now the Full Gas. They're so close.
Yeah.
Like it's retarded over all those miles and all those different tests and all those routes and all those turns that they're still.
Look at the margin. You look at the margin. It's unreal. I mean, some of the Supercrosses are won by a larger margin than
half a lap, which can be 30 seconds sometimes.
Yeah. You look at the margins that the mileage that they put on during the day, and what their times are at the very end of the day. That was
so awesome about the ISDE this past year. It's a sprint enduro type format. Is that they just they were seconds apart, like with Ryan Sipes and Daniel Milner when they were going head to head, back and forth, and just kept pushing each other out of the overall. It was seconds. And as you say, they were doing 300 miles in the day. Now, granted, a lot of that was transfer, but still, it's the tests that matter. And it's like, how do they? Yeah.
I mean, you're
so
still,
damn talented.
Yeah, you're still looking at 40, 50, half. I mean, what are the sections are for the whole day? It's like 70-something miles worth of test sections.
Yeah, they do a lot.
Yeah.
It's still a lot. And then, of course, on the West Coast, the AMA West Hare Scrambles Round 2 in Coalinga, California. Ian Blythe, Nick Burson, and Corey Graffunder. Congrats to those guys. Now, according to sources, and by sources I mean the internet, there's a little bit of confrontation about Ian Blythe and Nick Burson, not head-to-head racing-wise, but the fact that they say that Ian Blythe pitted outside of the pit lane.
I didn't hear anything about that.
And so that's kind of like why Nick was a little bummed that the club on site, the rules state that you need to pit in the pit lane, because what that causes everybody to go 5 miles an hour, right? You can't blow past the pit lane unless you're not pitting.
Right.
So by Ian Blythe pitting outside of the pit lane, he could then go around the pit lane, so he never had to hit that half a mile section, whatever it was, where he had to go 5 miles an hour. So it's pretty cut and dry to me, just like it happened in Toro one time with Chris Bach. Chris Bach was here. He pitted outside of the pit area. He was disqualified. That period. They don't make a difference who they are or what they've done. If it's a rule, it's a rule. It's a followed rule. Period.
They're set.
It kind of sucks.
Yeah, and they're set there for a reason.
Yep.
Make it fair.
And it's not. I don't know. But That's just our thoughts, our opinions. A couple things before we finish up Dirt Buzz. Fly Racing, if you guys didn't notice, they did release their limited edition gear last weekend in San Diego. Looked really good.
Yeah.
Saw all the guys in it. Super excited. Hopefully we'll be getting a chance to give away some of that here on the show soon. That could be a lot of fun. Of course, KENDA Tire, we mentioned Daniel Milner on the podium winning. What? 30. Oh, yeah. You're 34 too?
Yeah.
Damn it. Man, I gotta get back in the gym. And then we got to see Corey Gerfunder, third place at the AMA West with SRT Off-Road, and SRT's other rider on the East Coast, or one of their many, because they have a few, Corey Buttrick, eighth place at the Full Gas Sprint Enduro. Now, that was interesting. We've seen Corey kind of, get injured, come back, get injured, come back, and then kind of bounce around for a little bit. Was on the beta team last year, and now he's one of the SRT kind of privateer team's riders this year. So it'll be interesting to see how he does, how he keeps recovering and kind of moves about, throughout the year as he's, kind of switching back to a new bike. Is he healthy? All that kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you said it right there. I mean, switching back and forth.
It's never fun.
No.
I can only imagine at their level.
Right.
Like you and I, we're like, hell yeah, I want a 4-stroke. Hell yeah, I want a 2-stroke. But it's just
no, I wouldn't.
Fun. Oh yeah, shut your mouth. But we could do it and be 5% slower or faster. And well, who fuck cares?
Well, just having a new bike underneath you at all, any day of the week or something like that.
It's like wearing less clothes. Everybody enjoys it.
Oh God,
they all do.
Oh, yeah.
They all do. So before we start talking about how much Todd looks naked, we're gonna mention the fact that Daniel Milner is on the show. Welcome, you fucking cunt. What is up? Woo!
Not much, man. Yourself?
Did I say it wrong? I think I did. How do you say it?
No, that was it. You hit it fucking straight across.
It's like, if you were in an Australian bar right now, chicks would be taking your pants off. Let's just put it that way. It would be phenomenal, and we'd all be having a good time, right?
Maybe, I guess.
Like, we could just, fingers crossed. Fingers
exactly.
crossed. So, dude, Daniel, congratulations on the win this past weekend. It's one of those things where we cannot state enough how great of a racer you are, one, but two, how much you excel at this sprint style format. I mean, you've done so well in the 4 days, you've done so well at the ISDEs, going head to head with our boy Ryan Sipes this past year, and you come out swinging for Full Gas, dude. I mean, that's got to feel amazing, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of them things. I had a bit of a bad year last year, and I wanted to come out swinging, and I think sprints are my forte. So it's one of them things that we've raced them back home in Australia, and it's like probably one of our most ran formats. So it kind of works in my favour. The tracks that we were riding on the weekend were sandy, so I actually live in sand back home in Australia. So I mean, it was all it was pretty much home for me.
Yeah. Well, now, where in South Carolina was this race, and was it more of a well-known track, or was it one of the lesser ones that you guys maybe don't typically do on one of the GNCC series?
Yeah, we don't do it on the GNCC series. It was down in Sumter, I think it was, in South Carolina, and it was just like it's a moto complex, so it's got like the Woods Loop, it's got a motocross track, and various things like that. So it's I mean it's a cool complex. It's got some sick trails, and the motocross track's awesome. So it's a cool place to run a full gas sprint.
Vision. Now, I wanted to know, you did Full Gas last year, did really well. You got sick in a little bit of some of that in the back half of the year, came back still swinging, kicking booty. But has there been, now that Full Gas is much bigger, they've completely doubled in their size. They've got so many rounds this year. They're having a lot of fun. Being at this race, did you notice any big changes? Or maybe things ran smoother. Maybe things didn't run that smooth. Kind of take us through, if you noticed just from the outside looking in, any kind of big changes to the series.
Yeah, I think it's, as you said, it's getting bigger. So Hoop's getting a lot of pressure to, build the tracks bigger. I mean, because they were pretty short tests, but the amount of time and effort that Hoop put into them tests was awesome. Like the cross test there was double bunted the whole way. So, there was no cut lines or anything like that. And then the Woods Loop, it was, I think that was roughly 7 minutes or 6 or 7 minutes long. So, and that was pretty much, there was only a few spots there that weren't bunted the whole way. So the time that Hoop has put into it is awesome. And I think everyone's kind of seeing that now. And I think there was like 350 riders there. So the track got real rough with all them riders there, but it was cool. It was so cool to see so many people there, and it's so cool to see it getting bigger and bigger.
Hell yeah. Now, I want to switch gears and talk to him about the bike a little bit. So, Todd, you've ridden a lot of two-strokes.
Oh,
right?
Yes, I'm a big two-stroke fanatic.
Now, you were riding, Daniel. We know that you were riding the 450 FX this past weekend, which is one of the things we want to dive into a little bit. But this year, we got to see the 250X come out. So, kind of taking the 250 that we know and love. We know it's a great bike. Right. It's just been bold new graphics for so long, right? And eventually, we'll kind of get there. Where I think now this is going to see, we need to put more money into this, and they'll probably do it soon. But what is your thoughts on this 250X that Yamaha has come out with, and what it's going to do for kind of off road, and how we're going to see these brands start to just explode over it just being KTM and Husky?
Well, you see the things on internet with the Kawasaki 352 stroke. Hopefully some people take advantage. I mean, they look at that and say that the two strokes are going to start revolving. Everybody wants, and you talk to everybody. 4 strokes are hard to work on. They're hard to maintain. 2 strokes, they're very simple. You basically change the oil and an air filter and put a ring in it every once in a while, and you're good to go.
It's like putting a ring on it.
But with the big thing is right now is the fuel injection. I'm one of the guys that are waiting for the fuel injected to come out.
Right.
Is it going to be direct? Is it going to be full? You don't know what it's going to be. You hear the Honda stories and stuff like that. So I wish all the manufacturers would just jump out there and do it and get the jump balls in.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like most of them are waiting for the others to do it. Like I think Chris Kiefer was even on, and he was saying, he's like, everybody's got it. They just haven't put it out because they're waiting for somebody else to do it. So it's like, now that you, Daniel Milner, are riding all these new bikes, have you had a chance to put your leg over a 250X? What are your thoughts on it? And kind of take us through, beyond the two-stroke, what it was like to kind of, start to get the FX and race on these, these FX-specific models over just the 450Fs. And why are you getting arrested?
It's a girl.
I don't know.
It's a little girl in the back.
Wild out here, I can tell you.
You must be at Josh Strank's house because it's getting crazy.
Yeah. There's been like 4 or 5 fire trucks go past. So some dude's got real excited with his heating, and I think Burner joined down.
That's what happens when Daniel Miller takes his pants off, everybody. The fire truck's got to be called in. Put that fire out.
Somebody's loading the hose.
So tell us about the bikes, man. What are your thoughts on all these 2016s that you've had to have thrown your leg over a couple times?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I haven't rode the 250X yet. So,
what?
I'm hanging out to ride that thing, man. I'm
calling Brian Elliott right now. Brian Elliott.
Yeah, get onto that dude. Yeah, tell him to send one up here. I want one. But the FX, man, it's unreal, that bike. It's I had one in Australia for about 2 months there, and I just rode it dead stock. All we did was put a set of bars on it and suspension, and just held that bitch. It's sick. I mean, you pretty much can't get a bike straight out of the crate like that with and just jump on it and go as fast as you can on these things. So. I think it's a step ahead of the KTMs. Everyone says that the KTMs, the EXCs and the XCFs and stuff like that are pretty much the best things out there. But I think that the FX is just awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, we had Grant Baylor on last week because he won the National Enduro.
Right.
The week before there in Sumter, and he was saying a lot of the same thing. This is as soon as he got the FX model and was able to start practicing on it, everything seemed so much simpler that they were immediately making so many less changes that they would have had to have made when they had the 450F. Especially with suspension and gearing and all that kinds of stuff, and a lot of internal
a bike's
transmission.
designed for the woods and designed for the riding that we like to do. It's
Right.
a lot easier to make that bike work the way we want it to do.
I know. I could only imagine.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way out in the world I'd buy an SX and
It'd
start
be like, let's
jump
go
in
wood
the
rides
woods.
it.
Yeah.
Unless you're Cole Kirkpatrick.
He's a nut.
They like get the SX, then put the SXS head on it. Like, really? You need that much extra compression? It's like, cause all I do is this. All I do is this. So, yeah, Grant Baylor mentioned, too, he's like kind of like some of his starting techniques now that you guys have an electric start on your motorcycles. So have you played around with that much, and have you found a technique that works for you on the new 450FX that you do have an electric start button? And still a Kickstarter, because I don't. I only have a button now.
Yeah, well, it's got, the kickstart and the electric start, so... I've been playing around with it and doing them both at once, and it's so fast, man. Like, and you pretty much get it every time. So I don't think I'm going to have them problems I had last year in the GNCCs of sitting there kicking it for 5 kicks and getting smoked. But
that was why the cops are coming. You can't shoot guns in the house in a neighborhood.
Yeah, see, strange.
It's illegal.
Look, you can see blood on the back of the wall behind him. He must have bored somebody to death.
Tell me that wasn't a condom that just popped, because that would really hurt.
Yeah, I didn't even know what that was. I think it was a cracker. Strang's out there laughing his head off somewhere.
Tell me that's a firework.
Yeah, firework. Yeah.
I was like, you racist son of a bitch.
He just, oh my God.
Strang's out there beating crackers up. What? I love it. It could have been a bicycle tube.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's probably got one of them. There'll be some more shit coming. That won't be the end of it. That's for sure.
I love it. Well, so I was going to say, big changes to the team this year. You guys got Nick Davis on the team. He's kind of your 250 rider. But besides that, like, what are some of the, maybe any big team changes that you guys have talked about, have decided upon going into 2016? Because I think you've got a lot more experience now. You got a full GNCC, series under your belt. Grant Baylor obviously has just been consistently getting that much faster. So I think you guys are going to have some really good contention for all the other sons of bitches in the class in XC1, and it won't be Caleb Russell's, championship to walk away with this time.
You ain't kidding.
Yeah, well, we hope that. We want to put a stop for that for sure. But I think, there's a lot that's changed this year, and I'm really comfortable with everything that's kind of going on, from the bike to the people working around the team. Randy seems like he's putting in a lot more effort this year than what he was last year. So I think it's working with me and with us three riders. It's making us confident and ready to go out swinging. And I mean, you've seen that now with the full gas and the National Enduro. I think we ain't going out there to get our ass kicked this year. We're going to be doing our best and trying to kick some ass. So from I've still got my mechanic Lucas, the same one as I had last year. We've got a new guy that stepped in, Ryan Ballou, who's working for Nick Davis. And then we've got, Corey still working on Grant stuff. And then we've got Eddie sitting back there kind of helping the three mechanics. So it's definitely a good team. And we've got a new rig for the GNCCs this year. So that's going to be cool to hang out in that. We've actually got heater and aircon in the back now, so we can just chill out in the back in the heater. And, I think it's definitely looking upwards.
Awesome. Yeah, I had no idea that you guys got a new rig, and in having a new rig, I had no idea you didn't have heat before.
God, that's gotta suck.
It could get cold at some of those GNCCs at the early and later part of the years, because you guys do go up north.
And I'm hanging out my swag in the back trailer, just freezing my ass off. So now I got the heater to hang out in.
I know. I was trying to get Coop when they had the Crossland rig, trying to get him to get a hot tub. He was all for it, but no.
Jeff Immig would have just sat in that thing the whole time.
God,
He'd
that'd
been
been hot.
reliving 97 like nobody's business. I have to add, you just said what was it? Something about swag. Say that again.
Yeah, swag. It's You know what a swag is, man? It's like one of them little tent things that we roll up. They're only in Australia. They're only built for tough people.
So wait, that's like the towel / robe bit, right?
Nah, it's got like a little mattress and it's canvas, and I mean you lay in the thing and it's good.
Oh, well, I was trying to hear what he said about swag, and apparently I couldn't hear what he said. So, Daniel, why don't you tell me one more time?
Am I going to have to explain myself again about
yes,
the swag?
there
yes,
we go.
We didn't hear you.
Now I can hear you.
We heard your lips moving, but I saw your lips moving.
It's like it's got a mattress in it, and it's like canvas. And you pretty much just slide into the canvas, and you got a sheet in there, and you lay on your little mattress, and it zips up so you don't get snakes and spiders and the rest of it in there.
Man, we need that. Yeah, we need that. I don't know what happened, Stephen. We kind of went down again, but that's okay. So, Mr. Daniel Milner, you guys have just a couple weeks left, about a week and a half at this point, before you get to Florida. Well, you're probably already in Florida. Before you start, before you race round one of the GNCC series, what are you guys looking forward to? What are you going to be doing the next couple days, prepping yourselves for that event?
Just the same shit, I think. Training up here with Josh. You know how bad that guy trains, so man, he's mashing it out. So I think we just keep doing what we're doing. We'll head down there and do a bit of testing and riding beforehand. And then we got the sprint. That's 2 days before the GNCC, so we got to race that thing, and then go straight into GNCC. So I think after that week we'll be wanting some time off, but we got another GNCC weekend after that again.
Yeah, so that's true. We go March 2nd and 3rd is the Daytona, Florida, the Alligator, the Sprint Enduro, and then you guys have round one the Hog. What the hell's it called? The Warwick, the something or other.
Wild Hog or something.
Yeah, Warthog. And then you go from that up to Georgia again. Is it like the traditional? Yeah. Up to Max's Cannonball, up to Georgia. Holy shit balls.
That's what I said.
So is the Sprint Enduro on like a Thursday?
Yeah, so I think it's a Wednesday, Thursday, and then we have like Friday and Saturday off kind of thing, and then straight into the race on Sunday.
That's batshit crazy, but super smart at the same time. Because these people that are traveling around the country going to these GNCCs, they're like, hell yeah, it's an extra 6 days, another 2 days of riding and racing, let's do it. Like, for people that aren't into racing, they're like, well, who the hell would schedule a race in the middle of the week? But if you realize it's right before bike week,
you're
like,
what is this, Loretta Lynn's?
Yeah. Come on now. That's true. Holy shit, man. This is going to be like, because not only do you have all the street bike stuff going on, but now that we're like, there's going to be a full gas, a GNCC. There's probably still the Enduro, even though it's not a national anymore. And then you go back up to
it's
Georgia.
not a national anymore?
It hasn't been national in a couple years.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And then, then you head to Georgia for round 2. That's a lot of off-road riding. I like it.
I hope you're getting paid enough.
Yeah, do you get paid for this? You get paid for this, right?
Not enough, nah.
Yeah, never enough.
Randy watches, right? I'm just kidding. Randy does not watch this show. And if he does, hi, Randy. But I think that unfortunately, because I said fucking cunt like right off the bat, he probably would have tuned out.
Did you see the silence from him?
Yeah. No, I for a while there, like, Paul Whibley
like
did have.
Headlights.
And we're not going to go too deep into this because unfortunately we do know that Paul Whibley's wife passed away. So obviously condolences. And so, but I did do some fun, interesting conversations about Paul Whibley while he was having some of his groin surgeries. We were talking about enlargements and things of that nature. And Brian Elliott was just like, dude, you better hope Randy doesn't ever he's like, you're in that. Now you're talking about that weird territory where Randy's like, you don't talk about genitalia. He's just like, really? I'm like, I know. I'm like, oh, okay. So now it got weird. Now, years of doing this, it got weird.
Really got weird.
Yeah. So there's always that. Well, Mr. Daniel Milner, Daniel Milner. Good luck, buddy.
No doubt. Good luck.
You have any questions? I'm sorry.
When are you coming through Texas?
Oh, yeah.
You want to go ride?
When you want to hang out in Texas?
It's too far away, man. I'm sick of driving already.
I can't disagree with you. We are.
Maybe we'll just have to drive up there.
Oh.
Yeah,
There have been discussions about either a full gas or a GNCC, which honestly, at this point, I'd rather go for a full gas. But then that means I'm definitely taking 2 days off of work since you race Saturday and Sunday.
See, I'm in the enjoyment stage. I love to just go out and ride with friends and not it being a competition. Well, other than bragging rights.
Well, yeah, and you really enjoy bragging rights. But I got to go to some place where there's not practice for you to win.
Yeah, I win practice every single time.
I know, it pisses me off. Well, awesome. Oh my God, Todd, are you heading to Florida too? No, Wolf. Hunter's dad.
Oh, Hunter's dad?
Yeah, and his wife that you used to race against apparently, or with.
Yeah, well, she's a little younger than me, but yeah,
she hung up her pants because
she hung up her pants. She's a sweetheart.
Well, hey, dude, travel safe with Mr. Josh Strain. The guy's a maniac. We all know that. And but you're a maniac in your own right, which we obviously appreciate. What I hope and pray, Daniel, Mr. Milner, is that one day you and I, and hopefully Strang as well, and all your little Aussie teammates get to enjoy another ISDE after party together. That's all I hope. I just hope one day in my lifetime that happens again.
Yeah, well, maybe that'll happen.
It's like those times when, like, say like you meet like a rock star or whatever, like, and it's just like something that you'll relive in the back of your head forever.
No,
like for whatever,
I don't
you're
know
like, no, I am that rock star, dickhead. I don't know why, but that night, just like so many weird things. Like I woke up at a hotel, didn't know where the fuck I was. It was in him and Mitch's room.
Is that then how you tell me your butt was hurting?
I know. I woke up and was like, why do I have all this water all over me? Oh, that's not water.
Why does my butt hurt?
Somebody pissed all over me. But shit happens when you party naked. I woke up in him and Mitch's room. And so I'm in a hotel somewhere in Germany with Team Australia. Oh, it was fucked up, man. I had breakfast with them, though. That was cool. They were all really nice to me. As I'm like...
He's like skiing.
And it's Sunday, so they don't have taxis over there like on Sundays. So they had to like call somebody who they knew would take like extra money to drive me back to the hotel that I didn't know the name of. And I just knew kind of the area that it was in. So I talked to her about some of the landmarks.
Talk to her?
Yeah, the taxi person that came and picked me up.
Okay.
And by her, I mean Daniel. No. But so I need that to happen again in my life. So if you guys need like a mascot or something for Team Australia, I will totally do that because I know Auntie's not going to hire me for Team USA mascot. So
I got you beat. I can party harder than he can.
All right, Denny Stevenson.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I know. All right, Mr. Milner, we really appreciate it. Thank you very much for giving us all of your time, and we'll see you, I guess, as soon as we see you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you just come down and race, but no, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, keep April 23rd. Keep April 23rd open.
Oh, yeah. We're definitely going to talk to Guy Cooper a little bit about it, too. But so we're putting on Ballsapalooza 3. It's been going on for a couple years. It's much more make fun of friend version of an extreme enduro.
It's just bragging rights.
It will be nothing official yet. I'm going to see what I can do, though, and we can make a...
No, we can't make it... It cannot be an official event or anything like that.
No, what I mean is at least get, like... People like Milner might be able to get people like Brian Elliott to find Yamaha a chance to just get somebody there to.
Oh yeah,
Yamaha likes bragging rights, kind of a thing.
I will kick him over.
I like that's because you're KTM.
Yeah, we won't let him. We won't let him win.
All right, dude. You have fun. Hopefully, we'll see you April 23rd.
Milner, be
no
good.
worries. Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Be good.
Well, okay. We're going to switch over to the phone for a little bit and get Mr. Guy Cooper on.
Oh, God.
Bring us in a little bit about Mr. Guy Cooper and what he's been up to as we bring him on in.
Me and Guy have been friends for quite some time. Me and Hayden, we had regional rides through KTM. And when Guy moved over to from Suzuki to KTM, he was a sales rep for this area.
Okay.
And that's how we met Guy from he was our sales rep at Cycle Town South and stuff like that. So we got to be friends with Guy a little bit. We didn't really hang out a lot other than he would call, hey, let's go ride. You know, still what? You know, we'd kind of go and hang out at the motel and then go ride. And then years later, we got to move into the big house. Got to stay with them and stuff, so it was kind of cool. So, but yeah, it's kind of weird because me and him, we were, I spent my life racing BMX,
right?
And he was a BMX track operator in Stillwater.
No way, I had no idea.
Well, yeah, me and my dad showed up at one of his races years ago, and here's this 15, 16-year-old kid who had a BMX track, and it wasn't until probably maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago. We were sitting around the house, and he's like, "Yeah, I used to race." He goes, "Yeah, you race BMX." I was like, "Yeah, right. I didn't have the career you did, but
right.
Yeah, I used to race." He's like, I used to have a track here in Stillwater." About time it clicked, and about time it clicked, and I was like, "Oh, son of a bitch, are you serious? You were that 15, 16-year-old kid who had the BMX track?" He's like, "You were there?" And I was like, "Oh, you were there. I told the story." And I was like, "No, I'm serious." I had to tell him how the track went. It was how it's right next to the Schwinn shop, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so next thing you know, he took me down there to the old track, and I'm running around the backside of he goes, "It's all gone. It's all gone." And I was like, "Oh man!" So,
oh my gosh!
So he's a good guy, man. I think the world of him and his wife Wanda and their kiddo, and they're just good. They're just really nice people to be around and good to hang around with. And you ain't gonna find anybody that's more passionate about motorcycles, bicycles, anything with 2 wheels than he is.
Yeah. Well, so they've been kind of. And how long now has Guy been involved with Crossland Racing? It's been a couple of years.
I don't know. We got to ask him, but I think about 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
2 or 3 years.
Yeah. And that all started kind of like with Jimmy, right? Jimmy Albertson did he kind of help? Because he was a part of that? Is it kind of like took off from the beginning?
Yeah. Well, the deal is Jimmy has a guy and Jimmy have a mutual friend. Jimmy and Guy have known each other for a while, and they have a mutual friend that worked for Crossland, and he kind of set the whole thing up and got Jimmy, a sponsorship, and they got the big rig and so forth, and then Jimmy went on to bigger, a different path, and Jimmy's a great guy. We've met Jimmy several. I've known Jimmy for a while, and Top Jimmy, and which we try to get you, Jimmy, but you didn't call me back.
Nope,
so,
nobody likes that.
So should we even talk about him?
He's having issues for whatever reason.
Oh God. Should I text him real quick?
Yeah, so that's what I was. No, I was just saying if you gave him your phone, he could look at the number really quick and make sure that we typed it in there right as he tries to call him.
Yeah, I'll see it.
I now know your password.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because as we've kind of seen a lot of teams come and go in different kind of areas, organizations, and all that kinds of stuff. It's interesting to see like the ebb and flow of teams and how. How they kind of come into fruition, and then how they either they stay around and how they adjust,
right,
or how they kind of like go out, to kind of like work their way out. We've seen that with quite a few different teams, that were going to come onto the circuit, and then for whatever reason funding didn't come through, so they kind of didn't make it, and then other things like that. So. It's been interesting to kind of watch this. Like we were talking about this earlier, the HRH team.
Right.
That originally started out as kind of a
just a fun deal.
Yeah, a fun deal for a dad and his son to kind of support him and other teammates because they had that kind of financial backing, which is awesome. And then as they did good and realized that this person who owned the team had phenomenal business sense and found ways to really push the sponsors and help that people were getting good return on their investments as sponsoring that team, that it grew and grew and grew. And now they're Rockstar Husqvarna.
Yeah, they got to be careful because awesome. A lot of people, some people use it as a, so far of a write-off.
Right.
But, there's a reason that they're writing it off because they're great at business.
Right.
And next thing you know, their business is motocross, and now they've put this little bit of this effort in, and success follows you when you have success.
Right.
And you find a lot of these teams. You find a lot of these teams. get the big sponsor.
Hello.
Oh,
Is
golly.
this Mr. Guy Cooper?
Yes, it is.
I just wanted to let you know that your taxes are due.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, it's Brian Pierce from Seat Time, and I've got your gray-haired, pubic hair friend Todd Slavik with us.
What's up?
Well, I don't know. You're using a little bit loosely there as a friend. I know I'm an acquaintance of Todd Slavik.
You know,
I like how you
Slavik?
said loosely.
That's like loose lips sink ships. It is true that you guys are at least acquaintances or have known each other in the past, if nothing else. So
After the finish line, I've seen him come behind me a few times.
trying to get the people you've left behind.
But for the most part, I have beat him at a hey.
Line.
Who looked better jumping though? That's the real winner.
Ugh.
I think it's got to be Coop.
Yeah, he's got me beat.
Yeah, I mean, his butt patch would say airtime if it was in front of us right now.
I wouldn't see it because it'd be too high up.
Yeah, they're like, I can't tell what's going on.
I think there was arena cross where I did beat Guy. Hey, I think I even stopped on the course and told him to get his old ass up.
Is that because he didn't finish that you beat him?
Nah, he fell.
Because
I had to stop.
That's
and help
how
him
I
up.
have to beat you.
I had to stop and help his old ass up.
When we used to race cross
That's
country
true. He
together.
beat me then. That's true.
We'll give it to him that one time. Well, dude, how's Oklahoma treating you right now?
Oh, the weather's good. It's windy, but dirt's in good shape right now.
Awesome. And so talk to us a little bit about that going on with Crossland being in Oklahoma and, having a West Coast team right now going on in the 250 class. Like, do you guys have to travel to California weekly to train out there, or do you guys come back to Oklahoma weekly to do everything you do in Stillwater?
No, Chris put the riders up in California. So Chase and Kyle Peters have both been in California testing and training. And Kyle Frosch, the mechanic for Kyle Peters, he's also staying out there. So we haven't seen them basically from about the end of October.
Okay, man. So when you get a chance to go play around at the races, like, what's your role now? Like, we kind of know that you were general manager for a long time, team manager, making all that kinds of stuff happen. Is that still the role that you're, portraying with the team, or is it a little bit changed?
It's a little bit changed. It's now, we were trying to get the big outside sponsor to come in, and that kind of fell through. And when it fell through, I backed down from trying to head everything up. And then Chris spent the money out of his own pocket, and he's got a good show going. The semi, the riders, it looks really on point. And so I said that I would go into about half of the Supercrosses. And I mean, I don't like to say it's damage control, but whenever the industry, it's all one big family, and there's not that everyone tries to take that slice of pizza, and so it gets divided up so many times. And so my bottom line is I'm doing damage control by saying no one can be upset with Chris Crossland with the team. He's a guy that's spending about $400,000 out of his own pocket to go race. And the semi looks awesome. It has big, bold Honda lettering on the side of it. Honda gives him bikes, but they cut it way back whenever we lost the primary funding. But I know that a lot of the Japanese riders or Japanese personnel within Honda, they like the look. They have been by several times, taking pictures and talking to us. And so I think there'll be some pretty good support coming again for next year.
Right
on. But, you got a guy like Chris that has put so much money into it. If you take the last 3 years, he's put $1 million out in our sport, and he's not going to get that back. So we need people like that. The sport needs newcomers that are involved in the sport. I don't want to see them lose money, but I also know that if he plays his cards right, there might be that team that looks like a Geico or a Troy Lee or something, and that's where he wants to be.
That's interesting. Well, Todd, what have you seen throughout the past years, and like being kind of an acquaintance of Mr. Cooper, if you will, with Crossland and how it's kind of evolved and kind of gone through the paces and stuff like that? Like, what have your kind of take on what you've seen?
It's one of those things that Honda, is sitting in a weird position with not a lights team. You know,
And then by not a lights team, is that like what you would say like an official factory lights team? Because Geico seems to be that.
Yeah, I mean, they're the main sponsor. I guess they're the main sponsors of Honda. But you know, what other team is there? I mean, there's and it's same thing with a couple other manufacturers. They're just you're seeing the KTM. You're seeing now Suzuki. You're seeing Yamaha. I think with if guy get me don't get me. I mean, either agree with me or disagree. I mean, isn't the idea of getting a little bit more than one team getting 2 to 3 teams that for brands
to support that
250 programs. Did I make that clear?
What do you think, Guy? Is that kind of like what it sounds like they're headed towards?
If you go back a year ago, whenever there was 3 Hondas in the 450 main, Honda was talking to us real serious about, can we get some 450 riders? Because the numbers are low. Honda's never experienced, or they don't like seeing that low number count in a 20 rider main. They'd like to be a quarter at least of what's in there. 250 right now with Geico's 3 riders, our 2 riders, Frederick Noren and Bracken Hall. We've had 7 Hondas in the 250 lights class. So Honda should be pretty happy about how the numbers are looking. And even in the 450 with Vince Freeze and Alessi, when Trey's healthy and Cole Seeley isn't injured, there's getting to be some good numbers in the 450 class. So, but it does come down to the numbers. When it's light, Honda needs to do something. Just like now, you see the effort with Suzuki. They're really trying to get some out there, because last year there was a lot of races where there was not even a single Suzuki in the main event.
Yeah,
that's true.
I wonder why.
And then Bubba. Yeah, it's because Bubba was on the sidelines.
But I mean, yeah, it's. But I mean, just like you just said, Alessi and Freezy, you kind of forget that they're riding Hondas.
But the problem with that is, and I know that when like Alessi was on a Suzuki and he was trying to get funding, some kind of funding for Suzuki, some kind of bikes or anything, and they didn't offer him anything, and that's why he ran white bikes. And that's, I think, where that kind of started, is kind of a, if you're not going to support us, I don't want my color to look like your color.
Right.
To make it look like I'm supporting you because you're not supporting me. So, yeah, I would have, honestly, I still thought he was on a Suzuki. I had no clue.
I knew that it was Honda, but you forget. But, I mean, you forget.
So that's kind of crazy. So, Guy, are you going to be at Dallas this coming Saturday?
I will be at Dallas.
Awesome. So,
are you driving up?
Or driving down?
Are you driving up?
I'm driving down. I'm coming down. I'm driving down.
Are you taking a limo?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
that is so awesome.
That's so Hollywood.
What corner? What interstate do we get picked up?
We got to back up a little bit. People are thinking I'm like going to take a limo.
No, you are taking a limo to Dallas to Dallas.
Yes. I bought a limo.
Oh my God! You bought a limo?
You bought a limo. You're such a crazy, awesome old man. By buying a limo, what do I have to do to get picked up in the limo to arrive at Supercross with you?
Send me a picture of your girlfriend, and we'll see if you can get in the limo or not.
What about my wife? She has double D's.
That's a good start right there.
They're natural too. We're doing a pretty good job, I think. Wouldn't
it be awesome if she just walked by?
I know. I'll be like, hey, she's watching because she's flipping me off right now. No, we always have fun.
Is that a blanket she's giving you to sleep in here?
Yeah, it's like, oh, damn it, the couch now has my pillow and blanket on it. Son of a bitch. Well, the reason why I was kind of asking if you were going to be here and stuff, so because of the fact that you've taken a little bit of a step back with Crossland, you still do have a face there and you're helping out a lot. But what is your Dallas going to be like? Like, do you feel that you're kind of coming to Dallas and you actually get to like watch Supercross and maybe have a couple beers and hang out and relax and kick it? Or are you going to be, maybe putting down a little bit of office hours while you're there?
Well, I still play the part that I'm the team manager whenever I'm there. Although it is a part-time gig, but I take it pretty serious whenever we do track walk and talk to Kyle and Chase I have the headset on during all the practices, and we communicate back with the mechanics. And it's pretty neat with the AMA now with live scoring. You can break it down and find out who's fast in what area. And you just need to get good spotters on the track to find out what people are doing and then get that back to the riders. With only 3 practices out there, 1 free practice and the other 2 are timed, you kind of have to have everything organized and ready to go. We film each practice and we get back to the truck and we watch film and go over what, of course, right now everyone's watching what Cooper Webb's doing. And so, you just kind of judge that stuff and look at it. So, yeah, it's a pretty serious day for me, but it is only Saturday, so we'll have a good time.
I like it. Now, here's, what's interesting, though, for some reason I just thought of this, and I'm just going to throw it out there, see what happens. So, you seem like a fun guy. Fun guy, I like that. You're a guy, Cooper, fun guy. I've met you a handful of times, thankful to Todd Slavik, but I've never had a beer with you, so I don't know what the guy Cooper looks like, without his armor on, if you will. Maybe he's asleep, like Todd's trying to say you are. But so like with what you have going on in Stillwater, though, wouldn't like a party in the pasture type idea go over phenomenally well up there?
Oh
like,
God, I cannot believe you talked about
yeah,
that.
it would
Kevin,
go good.
if we could either A, get Kevin Windham to B, like to franchise it, or B, we say, you know what, Kevin Windham, your party in the pasture's got nothing on our bonfire arena thing of name we could come up with up in Stillwater. Like, we could have a good time, I think.
See, whatever happens in the gates of Cooperland stays in the gates of Cooperland.
It's probably time for Todd to tell a story about New Year's one year whenever he came up with a bunch of Texas riders to come ride with me. And
Todd fell asleep with 3 guys.
River.
He fell asleep with 3 guys and
Well,
woke up with 5.
You didn't feed me the next morning after we drank all night. God almighty, I was so hungover.
It was about 30 degrees out, and we had this hill climb thing that went around the tree, and Todd didn't make it around the tree and up the hill. He went around the tree and off the side of the embankment into
20 foot
water that had. Oh, it was.
It was like a 20-foot cliff. I just fell off into the water, and this big fat 4-stroke that I was riding landed right on top of me.
So negative about the 4-stroke.
Oh God!
I'm enjoying my 350. You get off my balls.
That was the last time I rode that bike.
Was when you were on my balls?
What are your balls?
So,
but no, we could have. There could be a pretty good party up at Guy's house.
I think that'd be a fun time. We'll have to talk to him offline about that.
No, we'd have to call Wanda.
But
now your listening base is mainly cross country guys.
Oh yeah, we're definitely more of the off road show for sure.
Yeah, we're definitely off road.
Good deal. Well, I keep saying that I want to do about a 20-mile, like a last man standing, but it would be, instead of the big Munster, Texas hills, it would be these little cliff climbs that Todd and Hayden, I'm sure, will bust some plastic on, but we'll have to have some good viewing spots for the spectators. But I think we could have a really, really fun, short last man standing, or whatever you want to call it, just a survival race. And I don't even want to call it a race. It's just be like, I guess there was a thing done in Texas that's coming up again. Todd, what do you talk about that?
The balls of
the balls. We are both looking at my notes.
Can somebody post that picture of Guy?
Oh yeah, where's the one of it's Steven, it's the one on the KTM number 49 on the front, I believe. Let's talk about it. So talk to us, Todd, about this when you guys had Balls of Palooza and Mr. Guy was attempting.
Now you were at the first one, right? You didn't get to go to the second one, correct?
Right.
Okay.
And it was really good in the morning whenever we hadn't had anything to drink. And then they pass this stuff around, say, hey, you got a drink. And then we go out afterwards, and I don't know where my brain, it got disconnected somehow.
It fell in your pants.
Texas Stadium hurt.
Yeah, we're fixing to post up a picture of you falling.
Oh, it's
Texas.
up.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. So this is talk about Texas Stadium and Last Man Standing and how this is like one of the big, because some people may know and some people may not.
Me and Hayden and Jay Navarro, we got into riding trials, and it just makes our big bike more fun.
Right.
I mean, it just makes it a lot more fun. And so one day we were at a trials event, and we're just like, man, I bet you I could ride this through, on my big bike and feet on the pegs. Oh, you can't do that. well, there it goes.
Yep.
You know, so that's how it kind of all started. Like, well, let's just come out here and let's just ride. You know, we're going to start doing this.
See what happens.
So we just started riding the last man standing stuff. And, yeah, I rode the last year of the last man which, oh my God, I got another story about Guy. But, yeah, we went out there, and then, you know, I called Guy up and said, hey man, we're gonna have a ride day out here at Munster. You know, get on up here. And I think you were actually heading to Florida that weekend or something like that to go visit or to go be with your family. And so Guy stopped off and for a day of riding, and yeah, he
got 3 days worth in one day.
Yeah, definitely. But no, you know, there was you know. We're over at the crazy thing. I think one of the craziest things I've ever seen, and no one will even me and Hayden were sitting up there, but we're at Joshua Tree, and we're sitting at Joshua Tree, and if you know Guy's first gear on everything, and he's looking at this and goes, hey, I think I can make it here up on top of those rocks on the very top. Well, this is like 20-foot leap. But it's a 40-foot leap up. You know, you got to get 40 feet of air just to make it 20 feet.
This is Guy Cooper we're talking about.
Yeah, and so he gets going. I mean, first gear, pinned wide open, seats bounce. And, I mean, he jumps so I thought we're going to have to cart him off. He lands right in front of these boulder rocks that he was trying to jump up on top of. I don't know if he was just pulling our leg, but he scared the dickens out of us. I mean, we're like, yeah, all right, I'm getting off the hill.
Yeah, I'm turning around. We're gonna go home and just drink today. Call it quits.
Oh my God.
So yeah, Ballsapalooza is gonna be coming back April 23rd, Mr. Guy Cooper, and right now it's going to be at Munster.
Yeah, it's gonna be back.
Plan.
We're gonna do it back at Munster. We've already talked to them, and we're gonna go. There'll be a little bit more stuff on the internet about it, but it's just going to be like that party of the pasture depth deal. It's just you know, a party, you know, our friends out there, and it's just going to be bragging rights, and a lot of people have already, you know, hey, we're coming out there. So I'm hoping that
we might have to be a tad bit more organized than it's been in the past, but maybe not too much.
Yeah, it's. You know, we don't want it to get too big because it's just that friends and
you don't want to Todd Slavik. Do you have any idea how many friends you actually have?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Yep, so. Too many.
But
I mean, look at this. You got Guy Cooper on the phone. You're not even talking to him.
Who?
So, Guy, would you be like would you entertain the idea of coming down and playing around with us some more?
Oh, he's coming.
That would be fun. I'm doing a little bit of riding. I just hate that. I'm going to have to probably order an extra set of Honda plastic before I come down.
Yeah, let's do 2 extras. Just there's 2 days of riding.
Hey, I'll talk to Kyle and see if he'll send you some of Kyle's old plastic.
There you go.
I've got connections.
Though, with the Recluse Auto, it's going to be fun out there on those hills.
I thought you were riding a 250.
No, I've got a 450.
Ooh.
I got Tommy Hahn's last year's outdoor bike.
Oh, that hadn't been ridden much. Sorry, Tommy.
Oh,
I'm joking.
All right, Guy. Before we let you go, because I know, as Todd tried to say, he's like, don't talk to Guy for too long. He's gonna be going to sleep pretty soon. And I was like, damn, that's pretty tough, Todd. You're such a mean guy.
I'm really surprised he's not in his hot tub while he's talking to us.
How do you know? Those bubbles might not just be him farting.
No, he's not. I can hear it.
So we're gonna have the Kyles on after. We're gonna chat with them for a little bit. So give us some funness. Like we know Todd's gonna talk to him about how much they like men and how much he likes men and everything like that. But besides that kind of weird stuff, what else? What do you think can be fun to chat with him about?
Hey, ask Kyle about last year after Dallas Supercross. What went on? That'll be a good story.
Oh, I like good stories.
Oh,
Does it have
is that the trailer deal?
That was Bailey, and Bailey's not going to be with us this year. He ended up having to do testing. Our mechanic from last year, or one of them, Ryan Bailey, went to work for Matt Bishelia, a Texas guy that'll be at the first round in Atlanta. And but Ryan's out there testing, so he won't be able to make it back to Dallas.
Oh, boo!
So,
he's a little homophobe.
Story.
What's that?
He's a little homophobe.
Oh, well, that's fun. So he doesn't.
Not anymore.
He doesn't. Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, so you broke him with that, I guess,
he's
huh,
pretty
Mr.
much.
Slavik?
He's pretty much. Hey, he's the one that kissed me on the cheek.
It just got weird. Just on the cheek? Come on, you're more intimidating than that.
I don't talk and tell.
I don't know. Yeah, you're a good man. Actually, you
Hey,
talking
just one thing I want to see on Ballsapalooza. I want to see more true hill climbs, not just a trial section. We got to get some moto guys or hill climbers involved, and not just the trials guys.
You know how good a gate
Hello?
start, you know,
Hello?
Yeah, no, I'm in. This young whippersnapper's in to get his ass kicked on the hill climb as well as the trial stuff.
Well, see, poor guy. I mean, his legs are only that tall,
Right.
You know, so he can't touch the touch the ground. So he has to have something that he can put his feet on the pegs and at least try to make it up.
Right. It was funny though, guy. As you say that, I look over at Todd to see if he did actually have a response, and he was glazed over. Like he kind of was like, "Oh shit, I got called out."
There you go.
That one by the river that we had to get in the trees and I don't know. Were you starting in? I think you actually started in second gear, but oh my god!
Oh, the one where you start on the road and take a left up.
No, you just started, and I mean, right as soon as you start, you're going up just a
I know the one you're
vertical.
talking about. Yep.
There's a video I think of me going up and then sliding
Yeah,
back
I've
on
seen
my belly
you,
or something.
Jay, and all those guys. Yeah, try that kind of stuff. It's definitely Ballsapalooza worthy. All right, well, we're gonna get the Kyles on and chat with them and kind of see what kind of crazy shenanigans come up. But dude, thank you very much for taking the time and come chat with us. Obviously, we know you do know the Todd Slavik, but we appreciate you having here on Seat Time. And obviously, we look forward to meeting you and hanging out again this coming Saturday here at Dallas Supercross. It's gonna be a great time.
Hey, where can the people find you at?
Yeah,
let them know.
By the stripper pole.
It'll be
right.
by
White
Limo.
Typically, all the Honda teams are together. You'll see the Ride 365 Honda rig. I'll be there.
Fantastic. What and
you got a fresh pin.
Are you gonna be wearing that tight little number again that you had on, or is it gonna be no? Okay.
It'll be all official.
That was just a weird Saturday night.
that was a bad night.
I like it. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Cooper, and we
All right,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Have fun airtime.
Thanks, bro.
Okay. Good night.
Tell everybody you love me.
Crickets.
Hung up.
I like how I said, thanks again, airtime. I was like pew, pew. I felt so cool, dude. All right, so before we get them on, talk to us a little bit about the Kyle Peters and the Kyle show that you've had good times to play with.
Well, Kyle Frost, the mechanic for Kyle Peters, I got to know him a little bit better because he was there at
Man Sex.
Yeah, he was there at Stillwater. He's from Stillwater.
Ah, okay.
So he's a friend of guys. Guy hired him. He was around more than Kyle was, but just from being at the races and testing and stuff like that there at Stillwater.
Right.
That's where I got to meet Kyle Peters. So good kid. He kind of seems a little goody-goody.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to find out a little bit more. But, yeah, he's a great kid. Kyle, the mechanic on the other end, yeah, he's a nutsack.
Yeah, he's a nutsack?
Yeah, he is a nutsack. He's a
nutsack.
Nutsack.
You know what's funny?
I think his parents might be, oh, my God, his parents are probably watching this.
That guy Cooper said, you know what I want to see at balls? And, he literally, had, a pause before he said Palooza.
Well, because
and
he
I
wanted to
like,
say Todd at the first. He's like, Todd's balls.
You know what I want to see?
He wants to see
Todd's
Todd's
balls?
balls.
Go with the email address. Remember? Oh, okay. He said he's calling off the computer. He's probably watching, too. He's like, these fucktards don't know what they're doing with these live internet shows.
Yeah, exactly.
One day we'll figure it out. Technology. It's the strangest thing. We'll go months without any kind of weird technological error, and then one day my kids forget. I go up there, I'll be like, don't get on the internet. I go up there, and we're like, what the hell was going on with the show? We were dropping people left and right, and Kaylin's laying there on her iPad, checking stuff out. I'm like, no. I was like, I wasn't kidding. When I come up here and tell you this kind of crap. It's so ridiculous.
That's why he changed the password for 10 minutes or an hour a night.
I like that idea. Hey, ladies.
Oh, hey.
What is up?
What's up?
All right, so we got the Kyles. This is the Kyle show. You guys are over in California. You guys are up in a house. The Crossland guys just said, hey, you know what? Y'all look like responsible adults. Here is a playland. Continue to have a good time. So just talk to us about how good and responsible of adults you've been to your house.
Oh, we've been great, man.
I'm the responsible one. He's terrible.
He keeps poking me in the back.
Yeah, it's like, why do I like the way you ride me like a monkey? This is so weird.
Hey,
Hey,
tell me you got the one bed. That's what's funny.
Oh, bunk beds.
Yeah.
No
For
shit.
some reason, he keeps waking up with his underwear on backwards. I don't know why.
It's like, and the tag is in your teeth. You're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Hey, if it was in there, Todd would sure get it out for me. I can tell you that much.
With my
There's
foot.
a guy talking about the Dallas trailer story.
Oh my God, that was funny.
Yes, indeed. He did do
Yeah.
it. So, before we go anywhere, yeah, so that's what we were supposed to talk to you about, is last year's Dallas Supercross, the trailer story with...
Well, you can't tell people
like-
my trick because then everybody falls for it, and then
Is
you
that where
can't
you, like,
get anybody.
pinch it really hard at the base so it looks... Oh, different trick. Different trick. Sorry.
No, that's
Sorry,
the
Internet.
it must be the bubble gum or something.
So, you guys, the Kyles, I mean, you guys almost need to have your own reality TV show, it seems like. You guys have so much fun together. I feel like we should have a little picture t-shirt, like the two faces, like smiling at each other, and it's just the Kyles. So how has this journey been this year for you guys? Have you been having a lot of fun doing this in California?
Yeah, it's been good so far. We don't get in too much trouble, or try not to at least. But yeah, you know, every day's fun. We go riding, come back, do whatever. So it's been awesome living with this guy.
Now Kyle Frost, he's a pretty damn good motocrosser. So it's not like you're getting a mechanic and all he knows is just how to twist wrenches and stuff like that.
He's like, I can fix your
Yeah,
bike.
he can. He's actually a pretty good motocrosser for sure.
You know what? I'm not a pretty good motocrosser, so I'm going to take your word for it.
Yeah,
Hey, I did hear the hill climb talks with Guy Cooper. We definitely need to get some of that going.
I agree. I really think that's
I know you're not going to have any races that weekend.
Yeah, I'm not.
April 23rd. No, because they're West Coast.
Both of y'all.
Ooh, Kyle Peters, welcome to the team.
Perfect. Thank you.
Bring your practice bike.
Yeah. Oh, and bring guys some
definitely
plastic.
Not allowed.
Hey, full race bike, and he's got to work on it out.
No.
So I'm fine.
Hey, one thing I was wanting to let you tell a little bit more people about the Ride 365. 365.
Yeah, it's not 360. It's not like 5 days off.
I know,
bro.
365. I mean, I know a little bit more about it, but explain to people a little bit more about the team, what it's about, the Crossland, the Ride 365. A lot of people were asking me about it, and you know, I'm getting tired of telling people.
Yeah,
but-
people don't do numbers well, so just explain it
Yeah.
in words.
Well, a lot of people probably know it as being pretty acquainted to Brett Q.
Yep.
They started with doing the film crew with the whole Ride 365 deal. And we've actually brought it over to us, and Chris Crossland has kind of joined with Ride 365, and they're going to now make an online. So it's going to be a full parts vendor online.com for aftermarket OEM dirt bike parts.
Oh my god! So it's gonna be an e-commerce platform for all of the products.
Yes,
All-
it'll have everything on there, and it is supposed to launch next week, I've been told. So
Yep, because it's not live now. Well,
Yeah.
there's a website there,
Right.
But it's not.
hey, you can enter to win a motorcycle though.
I know I've entered twice, and I haven't
Is this
got a motorcycle
wait?
yet.
Is this Kyle Peters' motorcycle that I'm winning?
Yes.
Same,
Is
same
it-
bike I
It's
raced.
probably Tommy Hahn's last year bike. That guy's
It's
riding.
a 250. It's a 250. But is Kyle gonna work on it? Like,
Yeah, we don't want that.
No, I do. I've never had anybody work on my motorcycles except this sucker. And I know I suck at it. So.
Hey,
no
Todd's
fun.
a pretty good handyman. I've seen him at work. So
Oh, he's
he
handy.
does all right.
He's handy, all right.
Yeah, I'm handy.
He's handsy. He's like, yeah.
I'll do whatever I can for everybody. I mean, it's
You
you know,
having a bad day?
What?
Handy?
I'm handy. I'll take a good handy.
You're making it work. Man, I calloused up
God,
today.
I
I
don't
was
know why I
working
stopped
out, bro.
watching
You
this.
don't need that.
What?
It would just not go over well. It wouldn't. So for you guys, it's interesting because Dallas is now part of the West Coast series. No longer like the first race of the East. We don't have Houston anymore. All that kinds of fun stuff going on. Does that change anything? Is that weird to you guys, or does it not really matter, or any of that kind of stuff?
No, it's pretty good. I think it'll be exciting having it as a West Coast race this year. So last year it was the first East Coast. It was the East Coast opener. So I was actually wrenching for Colt Nichols at the time, and now going in with Kyle, we've had steady top 10. So looking for that top 5 spot. So it should be good.
Better get your ass in gear, brother.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Man.
I know.
I'm trying.
I'm rooting for you, and you know what color I root for, but I'm.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but Honda. I mean, I'm definitely about. I'm all about the guys that are riding the Hondas.
I just immediately want to be like, Todd, rooting for that Brown. He's just always just rooting for that Brown, just trying to find his way in. Like, how about it? Woo!
It's all about the Brown. I love drinking Brown.
We don't make it weird.
Oh, that's awesome.
Steven, did it get weird?
He just dropped his beer on his.
Our producer's over there trying to pick up his empty beer bottle because he's knocking it all over the thing. Hey, wait, Steven, we have more beer. Put a hand back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Hold on this one.
Yeah. use this to open it. Here you go, buddy.
Hey, so what's up with Guy and the limo deal for Dallas?
I don't know, but he said he's going to come pick me up.
Oh, my God. Did you... He told me a couple weeks ago, he's like, dude, I think I'm going to get a limo.
Like, legitimately,
So
like,
what
I'm going
are
to buy
you-
a damn limo?
What the hell are you needing a limo for? Oh, it'll be cool.
Well, yeah.
What does Wanda think about this? And by the time we were talking, and Wanda's just like, do not just encourage him.
He's like, I would love a limo, though. I mean...
So he comes down a couple weeks ago, and we go over to Dean, a friend of Dean Lane's. He had a limo for sale, and guy went over there and was looking at it. Son of a gun buys it. Now the cool thing about all this is now his daughter goes to all the little formals and stuff like that.
Oh, so does he
in a
like?
limo.
He's
He's
like,
got the little hat for the.
Love it.
He bought the full outfit.
It's cool as hell, man.
I'm not buying this
I'll
unless
give
you've
him
got
props.
3 of your little outfits that come with the limo.
I'm giving him props because that little girl she's a sweetheart. But man, it's how cool is it to go to?
So here's what I would do. So I would totally buy this limo. I would totally wear the outfit. I'd drive my daughter to go pick up her guy or however they want that to work out, right? I would totally do that. But then we would get to the school, right? Or wherever this said dance is that I'm dropping everybody off at. And I would have tearaway pants on.
Just don't start selling ice cream out of the bag.
Oh,
So I'm driving them. I got these pants on. They all like this outfit looks great. And then like right before I get out, I pull the tearaways off and I've got like this awesome thong on, like underneath like the jacket. So then I go open the door and it's just my butt just like hanging out. Like I mean, just
How did we come from children's formals and stuff like that?
it would definitely be happening at children's. It would be. I mean, I might get arrested.
Now that would be going on for this weekend.
Oh, Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, can that go on at Dallas? Yeah, I
That
probably
would-
shouldn't
that
do that.
should
Now
be
that
going
you
on.
mentioned jail, I probably shouldn't do that in front of a kid's high school.
Nah. Oh my God. My name is associated with this now.
I'm so glad that I've got role models like Todd Slavik to keep me in line.
Oh Lord. There was another thing I was wanting to ask. What were we talking about? Oh, look at your notes. Don't you have notes?
That's not that they're any good. They're just notes.
Nah, there was some other thing that I was going to ask. Outdoors. I mean, not to change the subject from. I know you're concentrating on the Supercross series right
Top
now.
five. Top five.
But are you finding yourself with something for outdoors this year?
There you
Kyle.
go.
Which
Yeah,
Kyle? Kyle, which who's got what?
Well, for sure we're doing the first 3 with Chris, and he promised that, so we're for sure doing that. And then I don't really know what's going to happen after that. Hopefully,
I think you ought to man up, Chris Gosselin.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to do all of outdoors. Just saying, like it's gonna be a lonely summer if not.
Yeah, I'm not going to be racing any of them.
It's too hot.
Well, believe me,
Colorado's nice.
the heat is not the problem. It's the talent of the rider.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, come on. If Todd Slavik's going to beat me in a cross-country race, you know sure as shit I'm not going to go out there and race motocross.
I think you got it. In your man song.
Yeah, in your man thong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, I could totally bring back, what was the, not Moto Triple X.
Krusties?
It's got to be one of the Krusties where the dude's like in the leather mask and he's on there
Krusty
with
Demons of Dirt, yeah.
the leopard tank top with the fucking thong on. He's like, rah, 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 on
That's
the
the
Honda,
training,
the
yeah.
CR, like 250, like.
Yeah, that was
That's
that
what
was
I grew up
Deegan.
with.
That was Deegan and who else was that? Deegan and somebody else. I can't remember.
Steven, I'm not gonna lie, I need a beer bottle opener because apparently I need to have more beer.
But yeah, you're definitely set up for the first 3 rounds of the outdoors.
Yeah. For
Okay,
sure.
cool.
Hey,
Cool.
since you're a racer and you pay attention to this kind of stuff, do you think that we'll ever get anything back in Texas again?
What do you mean as far as outdoors?
Any
National,
type of
yeah,
racing?
another kind of like outdoor national again. I mean, like we loved coming, and I understand that like a lot of the discussions of why it didn't work out very well, like for whatever reason, even though we were it was centrally located in a good spot, numbers weren't as good as they wanted, though they were still decent. But at the same time, like the track was kind of flat. I think they said like that it was.
Well,
hard to see
they
a lot
also
of it
make
and
the
everything,
racing
so-
in the middle of the summer,
and it's
so
fucking
it's so
Texas.
freaking hot. Ask Tomac about that.
Man up.
Yeah, it's definitely hot.
I race in Texas because I live here.
But but yeah, I mean, like we lost Houston Supercross. What was it? I mean, can you? I know you know a little bit about why they left Houston.
Yeah, we lost Houston and we got Dallas, but Dallas is still west now, which is weird, but we'll go with it. You know why we lost Houston?
I actually have no idea like why they're not going back to Houston. I actually loved Freestone National. I thought it was an awesome facility, awesome track. I definitely would want to go back and do a national there for sure.
Yeah, I heard good words about as far as the track wise, as far as from riders. Thought
Yeah.
that the Freestone now coming from a spectator advantage, it kind of sucked. But if you could be in one spot on the track and you could see a lot of the track, but if you weren't in that one prime spot, yeah, it did kind of suck for you for a spectator look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Remember
was
the last year, I just so happened to run into Tyler Scheckschnauder, the best last name ever to say. And
Say that again 3 times.
Tyler Scheckschnauder. No. Right there on the inside of the Texas 12-pack. And
Right.
it was just like they were there. Everybody was on each other's shoulders for like, they kept switching for like 5 minutes to get taller. But like that was the year Blake Baggett was like
Right.
jumping into the
If
fucking
you were
thing.
sitting right there where Blake
Holy
Baggett was
balls,
jumping,
like-
you could see a lot of the
And
track.
like they had, this is like before like shandy beers had gotten big, so they were like making their own like lemonade beer shandies and drinking them. Like that was a good year. Freestone National, like holy balls, yeah, that was a good time. It had sweaty balls too. Good God,
I don't
ridiculous.
mind. I think
Definitely
they were
some
definitely
sweaty.
stuck all over the place.
Yeah. Well, so you guys have Dallas coming up west, then you take a little bit of a break. Are you going to be doing any races, like any of the Supercrosses on a 450 or doing some of the East Coast kind of stuff? Like, what do you do during that break?
No, we'll be just testing for outdoors, making
Okay.
sure the bike's good, and just keep grinding away, training, and hopefully come out for Santa Clara a little better and on the podium.
Why do you giggle at Santa
Because
Clara?
he's poking each other in the back.
Are you guys?
Todd, man. Todd
Look
can't
at Kyle.
even-
Kyle's,
Hey,
hand,
look at-
Kyle's hands aren't even on his side. It's just
I like. Oh my God.
that's
it's not my hand.
that right there is a mechanic reach around.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
like,
that's a true friend, right
Yeah,
there.
that
That's
is.
all
Yeah.
I'm with you. That's why I like you guys.
I'll work on your break, bro. You can give me a handy. It's okay.
right.
It's not weird.
Or get me one. I mean, that works too.
I mean, I'm trying.
But no,
take
hey,
what you can
I
get.
also saw the for a lot of people that didn't see the video of you two guys, I think it was Pulp
Was-
MX or what? Who was
Racer X.
Racer X, that's what it was. Racer X did a little documentary on YouTube. I think some people need to go check that
On
out.
the Kyles?
Yeah. Kyle times 2.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
No, I think it's Kyle and Kyle Show. Isn't that what it is? Kyle and Kyle Show?
It's actually pretty good.
It is great. It was actually awesome.
Yeah. So
I like Kyle times 2.
everyone can find that on Racer X. Pretty
like
easy.
I know them.
Are you
Website-wise.
on Instagram or anything?
Yep. I mean, just pretty standard. It's
What's your handle? I'm an old ass man. It's handle for me. What's your handle?
It's at Kyle Peters. Pretty basic.
All of a sudden, I just realized Kyle's like become your like promotion. He's become like your marketer. He's like, oh wait, can people find you on Instagram? Like that's.
Hey, you never know. I mean, I don't have an Instagram account.
How does the Cowboy?
I just
not
found
have
a
an
tweeter.
Instagram?
I just got tweeted the other day. Swear to God. Isn't that funny? And I still haven't used it.
You're blowing my mind right now.
I have that effect on most
You gotta step your game up.
Damn, I can barely wake up in the morning.
Yeah, his game is about his game was about as good as it's gonna get. Unfortunately,
I blew my wad on Saturday at practice.
but you
I
won.
win practice.
But you won.
I won practice. God dang it.
That's all that matters.
It is. It's all that matters.
So what should we expect at Dallas this weekend? Do you think we're going to get some good dirt, good racing, bad racing? I mean, like, we've gotten some huge-ass fucking triples there before where people have gotten all kind of sketchy, not yourself, but some privateers getting hurt on that kind of weird stuff and everything.
It's always first practice. Well, you got to weed out the people.
Yeah.
I better not watch out what I was saying.
Yeah, it's like, I'm on my 8th beer. I got to start waffling.
You got to weed out the,
Well, the dirt's always pretty good in Dallas, and it's good racing. We're looking for that top 5, so
You've got to do it.
I like how he says that, and he should be like,
we've got to do it.
You got to do
Yeah.
it. Trust me, you've got to do it.
It's just that easy, you just gotta twist the throttle.
I'm getting tired of screaming at you from the
TV?
TV. I'm telling
While
you.
you're DVR'd on
You
Sunday.
can only ride so much on a pit board.
I hear you every time you scream. I promise.
I feel it. Like, literally, I feel it.
Kyle, when he comes around like the 8th lap in
Wait,
the main,
which Kyle are you talking to? Because you say it
who's
like,
going to hold the pit board?
I mean, sure, but like, you're like, hey, Kyle.
Gosh.
I'm like, there's 2 Kyles. We need to have like Kyle 1, Kyle 2, and then we get them shirts, and then that way it's just
Well,
like
now
really
you're going to make
easy
him feel
know.
bad because who's Kyle 1 and Kyle 2?
Well, can I say it? I'm going to say it in the shittiest way possible. Kyle 1's the rider, and Kyle 2's the mechanic.
That's what I would have said.
Not that one is better than the other, but it's just fucking, God damn it.
One's always better.
You're making me drink and talk, and it's just getting difficult.
And knowing Kyle, he is a big number 2, so that does fit him good. No, but hey, on the pit board, ride a big penis.
It wouldn't be the first time I saw that.
Yeah.
Did you
Wouldn't
really?
be the first time.
Actually, that's how they talk. Like, if it's a limp penis, you're not doing that good. If it's an erect penis, you're doing fucking awesome. And if shit's just spewing out, you're fucking done. Just get the fuck off the track.
You gotta
It's
give
like,
him one of these
yeah,
numbers.
go on. You gotta go in for round 2, buddy, because shit's almost over. You better hurry the fuck up.
Dude, you have got to do that. That would be hilarious. What's the dirty? Hey, what's the
I can only
dirty?
see like all the photographers just like fucking like.
What's the dirtiest thing you've written on a pit board?
No, there's nothing dirty.
Are you serious?
Your mom rides faster. I know.
No, dude, they watch that stuff, so you really can't.
What are they gonna say?
Fox Sports 1, bro. Fox Sports 1.
I mean, do they say anything to you? Hey,
I don't know. I'll let you be the mechanic this week. You can hold the pit board this
I'll do
weekend.
it. I'll do it.
I'll do it.
I'll for sure top 5 then.
I know you will. I'll motivate
You
you.
probably get super gauge.
Whoa. You're not. Todd's not going to be your mechanic. He's just going to hold the pit board. Let's not go too
Just
far.
the pit board.
Okay, you're good. Okay, let him
Hey,
make sure.
Todd could probably pack a mean gate though.
I can't pack a gate.
Yeah, but it'd be weird because everybody else is using their feet.
All
He's
20
down there
riders.
Like, he's like drop
Yeah.
down doing. He's
Todd just ass bouncing.
he's like doing like an ass bounce and like dropping his balls on it. Like, check out my old man balls. Like, what are those imprints? Oh, that's just that's for traction. That's my hair. I don't know if it's a bad thing though. Like honestly, I'm into that. Like let's see something different.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
People are too hung up on things.
Well, now that we're all official because we're on a real sports channel, we can't have ball gate packing. Not that we probably ever really needed it, but now we can't even have it.
It's all fun and games.
Till somebody.
It's all fun and games.
It's all fun and
Until
games
balls
until you
comes
get.
out.
People were in the chat room and I got too drunk to pay attention to it.
Well, son of a gun.
What did you hear about Charlie Mullins and his brother? When was that? Because I was like,
man, I know there was something I was going to ask you, and we were talking about it out there in the garden room. I'm trying to make your
the garden room. I'm just like, where the fuck do I have a garden room?
I'm trying to think of the studio's
You're
making.
you're trying to make the castle seem bigger, bro. We're in a hut. It's
Oh
understandable.
my god! I walk up to this place and I was like, "Where's all the poor people live?" Holy crap!
No.
He's got this studio is huge, unbelievable, and all you see is this back of this thing.
Yeah, it's like 8 feet by 9 feet, and this takes up 8 feet.
But you've got a garden room, you've got an entrance room, you've got a
You're not my real
room.
estate agent. You don't need to like church it up any.
Oh my god!
You sound like no. This isn't the front door. This is the entry area. Like no, bro. That's a front door.
I'm actually looking at all the stuff that you got on the walls, or all the.
It's all my old modeling pictures back from when I did nude modeling. Todd's just checking them out.
Perfect.
Todd would be into that.
Thank God he got out of it. Just,
Yeah. It's like get back in. Just jump back in.
you ain't got no penis.
Hey, that was my tuck days, okay? Those are just the days I tucked on Wednesdays. All right, well,
Thursday and
Dallas, what can we expect for an after party, Mr. Kyle Peters? Are you allowed to do that? Are you allowed to after party?
Say
no.
Is Kyle Frosch allowed to after party?
Oh yeah.
He does what he wants.
There it is.
He parties before, after,
That's because
during.
he's Kyle 2. Kyle 2 does what the fuck Kyle 2 wants to do.
That's about right.
I like it.
Hey, I'm gonna have Todd there to set up and tear down, so it's party on.
No, I ain't. This will be 1 year I am not sitting down.
He's like, that paycheck didn't clear, bitches. We are not making this happen.
Unless you got tickets for me.
We're supposed to get paid for this?
Yeah.
You get paid?
Hey, man, you're in a house, bro. Did you pay for the house? Like, well, I don't know. This may be the house they gave us. I don't know. I'm squatting, but it feels good.
Who's driving the truck? Who's driving the truck this year?
John. He's one of Don's cold storage employees.
Oh, okay.
He's a badass.
Don's cold storage. That's like when you need a body hidden.
Can he put the awnings in up by himself?
Hey, we come after our heat races. We come back to the semi. Everything is done. He's done it 100% by himself. Awning, everything.
Get the heck out of here! Are you serious?
No, he's gnarly.
Some people don't suck at their job like you do, Todd.
Not me. Hey, I was there helping. I went to Houston to help. I went. Oh yeah, you forgot about that one.
Oh, that was pretty wide there, buddy. You stretching that thing?
Trying.
I like it. All right, Mr. Kyle Peters and the Kyles. I think I like the Kyles better.
I like Kyle's time too. Kyle's too. I don't know. We got to come up with a good name. I don't like Kyle and Kyle.
I don't like Kyle. I mean, Kyle and Kyle's okay. I think I like the Kyles better just because it flows easy and I can like feel like I'm talking to them as it's a name. The Kyles.
Yeah.
Where I go like the Kyles time too. I'm like, hey,
You can just call me Big Peters and Little Frosh.
Little Frosh.
Peter Frosh.
Yeah, it's like hey,
Frosh the Peter.
oh God,
It's
so
a Frosh Peter.
yeah, apparently, we got. Well, okay, so what's a gerbalicious? Anybody know a gerbalicious?
Gerbalicious?
Gerbalicious. Dallas Supercross
Look at those
pre-party
two.
and after party. People were asking questions about that in the chat room. Apparently, I'm not paying attention to the chat room. And then Ask KF, which would be the frush about the No Faggots Invitational race back home.
Oh yes, Jeremy Thomas.
Oh God, Jeremy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Jeremy.
We're really PC around here too, by the way. So I just read that right out of the chat room. It's like fuck it, whatever.
Jeremy is this cat in Stillwater that puts on all the
Did
races.
you just rub your foot against mine?
No, I'm sorry. It was just a brush.
My foot's over there.
But no, he puts on a
Tripod
lot of
over
the
here.
series, a lot of the series races and stuff like that out there in Stillwater. He'll do pit bike races. He's a good kid, man. He's a great guy. He loves the sport. What's his track out there? What's it?
Amp MX.
Yeah, Ampex MX. Amp MX.
Yeah, Amp.
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 Yeah, and he still does a lot of, he'll put on a little arena cross or enduro cross or pit bike race or a flat track race.
Oh, he gets real rowdy and throws them quad races in there sometimes.
God!
Nobody needs that unless
Oh,
I
dude.
can go out there in my utility quad and tear shit up.
Trust me, there are some utility dudes out there.
Oh yes.
That's probably honestly that's probably the best racing is the utility races.
Yeah, because
That's where the whole No Faggot Invitational came into play.
that's because it's like it's guys like me who like know how to ride a dirt bike but don't give a flying fuck about their quad and like and it's a utility quad because it's just for going around dirt bike races.
Well,
So we're out there.
what they screwed up is that they need to put a cooler of beer with ice on the back or on the front, tie it down, and if you lose it, you're out.
Every beer you lose is like seconds away from your lap time.
Genius.
But we can't use real beer because then nobody
No,
wants
it'd be
that.
real beer.
No, because
They would never.
do
Do
you
it.
really
It's only
want-
like 2.0 or something like that. What's Oklahoma beer? It's like really weak.
4x4.
I know Guy won't let me bring beer up there anymore because
I was gonna say this is a guy party in the pasture like event.
Yeah.
But it's with Oklahoma beer, so it goes
Hey.
on for what 4 days?
Oh yeah.
hey, we do have to get Guy to get a party out there for do a
Hey,
big
it won't
party.
be tough.
I know. It's getting in the past. Well, not really.
Party, and he's like, "Okay, let's do it."
I don't think it would be great to do it out at his house, but maybe if we can get maybe Cooperland or get Kenny to do it out at his property.
No, I feel like guys is better. It's got everything.
I know, but
What other house has trails, go karts, side by sides, and jump on whatever you want?
in a pool,
Guys got it
hot
going on.
tub,
And a hot tub.
and
That's
a,
an after
and a
party.
tree house, and now a tree house.
Yes,
I've got a treehouse.
a tree mansion. This isn't just a tree. house.
mansion.
What?
Oh God, he was trying.
Yeah.
He was trying
Who
to put
built
the-
this treehouse?
He was trying to put the R panel up on top, but it was like 30 mile an hour winds today, so he didn't get. He wasn't able to get it all up.
That does sound dangerous. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like 40 foot high.
I heard it's crazy.
Yeah, it's big.
So he has a legitimate treehouse.
Yeah, it's huge. It's not.
Alright.
It's like one of those sheds you see out in front of Lowe's, posted up about 40 feet in the air.
I'll show you.
Yeah, I need some pictures. 'cause
Picture
that's,
of it. Yeah,
that's like I have a legit treehouse in my backyard. For it's like 6 feet off the ground, just because my kids. I don't want
I
them to
can
die.
pee over that one.
But hey, I could pee over my kids, but I don't want them to die, so I'm not gonna like. Pee
I bet you
on
didn't know
my
Todd
kids.
could pee over his shoulder.
No, I can't.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
It just pees on my
Man.
shoulder.
That's because now that it's gotten older, it's
Oh
like
my
less,
God.
it's more flaccid, so it just doesn't really stay as
Hey.
stiff.
Do you ever see Carter Halpane?
No.
You know Carter Halpane.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, get him to show you.
Oh boy.
Oh my God, it is the funniest thing.
Where are we? I got lost in the chat room.
Huh? We're talking about peeing over your shoulder.
Oh, I was like, we're still here. I was like, once we got there, I was like, I'm just gonna go to the chat room, and I come back, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
we're still here. Okay.
When you pass 45, you just be glad to go past your shoe.
Well, it's so funny because let's talk about peeing for a little bit. So I have a 3.5-year-old son, And it's the craziest fucking shit because like
he could pee here to that damn beanbag over
well,
there.
yeah, we're not talking about the strength of his urine. We're talking about the lack of ability to control his urine. The little son of a bitch is like and he wants the toilet seat down. He stands up, right? And I'm like, no, you got to put the toilet seat up so you don't pee on it. He goes, like grabs it and like slams it down
On his crank.
and pees over it. And by over it, I mean all over it, because he's 3.5, and it's like, wee. It's the most fucked up thing, but I can only think like the way you talk about this, like the ebb and flow of like learning to pee and then like not giving a fuck about how you pee. You like pee everywhere, then you become like 6 and got it till you're in your college to maybe 30s and then 40s, and then you're like fuck it all over again, and then like your toilet seat down, just pissing all over the place. Like,
You know what the funny?
you're Todd Slavik in it,
No. I saw the funniest thing the other day. Somebody had, I guess some wife was bitching about the guy peeing on the toilet seat. So he sent her a picture. Says this is what it's about. It's 2 streams going on each side of the toilet seat. He's like decisions. He's trying.
Did
Girls
you
aren't gonna get this, but guys are gonna get it.
right? We're winning.
So it looked like a venom snake trying to.
The best is when you wake up. Okay, so say you had a good Saturday night. You had sex. Yay, sex is fun.
Yay.
You wake up Sunday morning.
Stand on your head.
Maybe
and pee.
3 hours afterwards, you go to pee and you forget that you had sex just because it's late. You went to sleep and you wake up. You go to pee.
I'm not gonna forget it.
And then you're like, why does it sound like I'm peeing on the wall? And then you realize that like it is. And you're just like fucking like
I know it's like dry lips. I mean, like your lips stick together, and then you got 2 venom.
Yeah. Shit. It's so weird, but it happens.
Oh.
So how do we wrap all of this awesome urine discussion back into motorcycles? Don't pee on your motorcycle.
Is anybody commenting on this? Because
Somebody said I'm drinking too, trying to get on y'all's level. So somebody at least understands that we're fuck ups. The only thing I can think is that the Kyles are over there just like these guys.
this is not what we signed up for.
What did Todd get me into?
Yeah, what's funny is like honestly, like so like we've been doing a really good job of like keeping it like 2-3 beers, like an hour long show. And then Todd Slavik comes over.
Oh God!
And then we bring in the Kyles. And then they talk about all the times they poke each other.
In
And
the
Todd,
back.
Todd Slavik giving handies and all this stuff. And so it's like, look at what are you doing to that cable over there? You're like wrapping your hand around it. If you really need to like rub on something, I mean, you might just go
trying
for
to
it.
make it
Just
where it was on this side. Never mind. Keep going.
your OCD, eh?
Yes.
Hey, give Todd a kiss on the cheek.
Todd, if anybody's getting a kiss on the cheek, it's me.
He's probably fell for it more times than anybody. He doesn't remember.
Yeah.
What?
Look at it. Todd's thinking about it.
No.
It would be on film.
The
Or be on camera.
The internet would have way too much fun
Yeah.
with that. All right, so we're going to see you pre-party for the Supercross, which is you're going to be doing your thing, which is professional, signing titties, maybe getting some ass slappage, doing what you do.
Yeah.
Then you're going to be doing some riding, some racing, kicking some ass, getting in that fucking top 5, because that's what's going to happen at Dallas Supercross. Right, Mr. Kyle Thrush? And then we're going to do some kind of after party.
Yeah, there'll be some type of shenanigans going on. I'm getting a hall pass. Somebody's going to call my wife and tell me that I died or something because I'm not coming home.
Well, I'm going to be with my dad, so I can just be like, Dad, I'm going to have
Do
to...
not look in that
I'm gonna
glory
have,
hole again.
I gotta. Yeah. Whoa! Do not go in there. That guy is serious about his lip power.
Oh my God.
We all went riding. We got a little. You gotta
More stories.
We went to Gilmer to go all ride.
Me, a bunch of my buddies, him and
They're
his
my
dad.
buddies too.
Well, all of our buddies. A bunch of our buddies went up to Gilmer to go ride. he brings his dad. His dad's a sweetheart guy. I mean, just this gentle giant type guy, and big guy.
Yeah, Papa Pierce. Everybody on the show knows him.
Great guy. Here he comes in, walks up. He's got a black eye. Well, now he's walking into our
Into
little
the
area.
lion's den
the
of
lion's
fucking
den with a
batshit
black
crazy
eye.
motherfuckers.
So first thing that comes up, we're like, "Hey, you should be looking in that glory hole."
It's like my dad's like, what?
So we're sitting there talking and like just imitating what his dad looked like, looking in that damn glory hole.
I like how you make yourself laugh so hard.
Oh, that was funny. You gotta admit, we were laughing so damn hard.
Oh yeah, that was a good time.
But he's a great guy. But
Yeah, Papa Pierce will be on next Tuesday because him and I, we're going, as we do, go to Dallas Supercross together.
Right.
And so we'll be on next Tuesday just chatting about.
You just need a big
experiences
shirt that
and
says
stuff.
Papa Pierce on there so everybody knows who he is.
He actually has one.
Does he? Tell him to
It's,
wear
it's
it.
on the pocket. It doesn't say it front and center. So what I'm hearing is that we're going to be making the Kyle's shirt. So it'll be like, and then there'll be a Papa Pierce shirt,
Right.
and then Slavik's flaccid penis shirt.
What?
oh god,
Too many big words in one time. All right, Kyle's, thank you very much for coming on the show. Obviously, we very much appreciate it because I've had too much to drink and it's awesome. I'm having a good time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm in a good place.
I'll see you guys probably Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds like
I'll
a plan.
I'll probably see y'all later.
Yeah, he's gonna have more beer.
All right. Sounds good, boys.
We appreciate it. You guys travel safe. We'll see you this weekend.
Hey, text me. And
All
let
right,
me
thanks. See ya.
hey, text me and let me know where y'all are staying. So we'll try to go grab some lunch or something or dinner.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
Don't do it.
Hey, thanks, bros.
See ya.
All right, Mr. Todd Slavik.
Yes,
Thank you.
you bet. Thank you as always. Have a good
That
time.
was horrible.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
that's the
That
fun
was
thing. It's
okay.
like we don't need to. This is the beer drinking bench racing show. We have a lot of fun. We talk with dirt bike racers and with dirt bike riders, and we talk about all the kind of fun stuff that goes on. But in reality of it, this always happens. Like people sit down, they talk, they just kind of like.
I like getting people. I
shenanigans
love getting
shit
people
up,
out of
and-
their elements. Everybody's
Yeah.
always, you talk with a lot of the professionals. They get so serious and they want to be. Everything's so timed and everything's so by the book and it's good to
reading
get
off
it.
a pit board.
Yeah, exactly. But it's good to get everybody out of their element, and so people see a lot of the little craziness that they're just a lot. Yeah, I know those guys are, they're a lot like you and I.
Right.
They joke around. They poke each other in the back.
The fact that they weren't wearing pants the whole time doesn't
Yeah, that
freak
just-
anybody out.
That freaks me out.
But I
no.
can't disagree. Like, and I think that that's one of the things that we've noticed throughout the years as we've done this show is that when we Skype people in, they become themselves
Right.
so much more. It's weird. It's
Off-road
very
riders are the
interesting.
best. To me, off-road riders are the best.
Yeah.
I mean, they will act themselves. They run their own. They toot their own horn. They don't listen to what anybody else says. By far, I think they're one of the best.
Yeah, we are pretty cool people, aren't we?
Yes.
I like it. All right, so those of you who are still paying attention, we definitely appreciate it. This might have been this is probably one of the longer shows in a very long time. But
Sorry.
hey, no.
Sorry.
Shit's got to get weird sometimes, and if it's going to get weird, I want it to get weird with Todd Slavik. So
Exactly.
I want to make it happen. The Cowboy has been up in Hyon. So obviously, thank you again to Fly Racing, KENDA Tire, and SRT Off-Road, and of course Dirt Buzz for helping out with Seat Time. This is what we do. We like to have a good time, beer drinking, bench race our way through stuff that we talk about, which most of the time is off-road racing. Sometimes it's other stuff.
Penises and peeing on toilet seats.
That got weird. I'm not gonna lie. But
I
of
was
course-
kind of comfortable with it
yeah,
at first.
just kind of. Yeah, you're like, and then you're like, wait, I warmed up to it.
Shit happens, man. Shit happens.
So, of course, you can find us at seattime.co. That is the website where we archive all of our shows. We're on the Facebook, facebook.com/seattime. On Twitter, it is at seattime_co. And on Instagram, it's just easy old at seattime. So please subscribe to us on YouTube. If you don't like my face or you don't like his face, maybe just kind of put up with our voices. Of course, you can find us on Stitcher and iTunes. It's a good way to go subscribe there to it as a podcast. And, after that, pay attention. Next week's going to be fun. Papa Pierce, like I said, is going to be back. We're in a Dallas Supercross this Saturday. It'll be a good time. And Dad and I are just going. We bought tickets. We said, fuck it. We don't want to talk to anybody. We don't want to have ties to anything anymore. Like,
not me. I ride the coattails.
That's fine.
That wasn't me.
You're supposed to turn it off, Todd.
How could I when he was getting numbers off of there?
That's what your mom said.
Hey, go by and see the guys from the Crossland Ride 365 team, Kyle and Kyle. Go by and show them your support, please.
Yeah. No, it'd be fun, actually, if you go by there and be like, oh, seat time. You guys are fucking retards. I love it.
Yeah.
Best time ever. So, we will be back next week. I'm going to talk about Dallas Supercross. Of course, we've got some more racing going on. We're going to talk about all that kind of stuff that's happening. It'd be fun. Be good to get Papa Pierce back in here. I think Jimmy Lewis said he wanted to come on the show, too.
Oh,
so
really?
Fun. Yeah.
That ought to be a good one.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Jimmy. Yeah,
he wanted to come on the night, but I knew that we were going to get weird.
Really?
So
I could probably get some other ones. We'll have a good one next time. I'll find some other people.
All right. Well, you just say you're more than welcome once a month. Let's make it happen.
We'll see if we can.
I think Todd Slavik would be a really good regular guest.
We need to have a. See if we come down with some mountain bike stuff. I can definitely get us hooked up with.
I'm down. We talk about all kinds of stuff, and I'm a big mountain biker too. Everybody kind of knows that from.
Yeah,
I like to post a little bit of that stuff on.
I don't get to ride enough, but I am a avid.
Well, that's okay. Anytime we still ride together, you're still faster than me, so fuck it.
Well, there's at least people around the course where I can see them, and I just wick it up.
Yeah, you're like,
so.
Brap.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for paying attention. Episode 197. We'll see you again next week. Remember, as always, peace.